I've already shown you some of the finest accommodation options in Bergen, including my personal favourite, the incredible Arctic Dome Fjords. But what attractions are on offer in Norway's second city? Here's a rundown of 5 must-dos on a visit to Bergen, so get out your pen and paper or open up a Word document and make sure to jot down these 5 things you have to do in Bergen. Number 1, Mount Fjords. Bergen is a city break, but unlike many of its European counterparts, it isn't all concrete, steel and glass. Natural beauty is an overarching characteristic of this destination, in particular the 7 mountains that surround the city centre. The most accessible of these is Mount Fjords. On one side you can walk up and down Fjords, but I'd recommend you go the other route and get the Fjord barn and funicular and watch the view unfold before your eyes as the carriage ascends the mountain. From Mount Fjords you'll be treated to incredible aerial views of Bergen, and atop the mountain there are also several nature trails that go through Troll Forest, as well as a restaurant, cafe and gift shop. Number 2, Bergen Fish Market. Bergen Fish Market is an unavoidable festival of seafood that sits on the edge of the harbour. Since the 1200s, this area of town has been a meeting place for merchants and fishermen, but today you'll find many stalls selling fruit, vegetables and of course fish. Whether you want to sit down for a fresh cut of fish for your evening meal, or you just want to sample a few bites of the local catch, there's plenty of choice. And even if you're not hungry, then you can watch food being prepared or grab yourself a souvenir. I'm not the biggest fan of seafood, but I still had to get involved and I got some fish and chips. Yes, I did travel all the way to Norway to have one of the traditional dishes of the country I'm from, and it was definitely worth every krona. Number 3, take a Norwegian Fjords cruise. Bergen is known as the gateway to the fjords of Norway's wild Atlantic west coast, and one of the best ways you can see them is on a Norwegian Fjords cruise. There are some cruises that are multi-day, but if you're only in Bergen for a short amount of time, I'd recommend going on a day trip boat. I booked the 3-hour tour that departs the harbour once or twice a day, depending on what time of year you're visiting, with Rodner. Firstly, you'll get incredible retrospective views of Bergen and the mountains that overlook the city as you sail out, before being taken through narrow fjords, steep mountain sides and even waterfalls. Number 4, take a walk in Bergen. One of Bergen's iconic shots is Bergen, which is a series of Hanseatic heritage commercial buildings that line up Bergen Harbour's east side. If you've seen any books or websites on Bergen, you'll likely already be acquainted with this UNESCO World Heritage Site. The coloured row of buildings is a front for a larger wooden covered district of the city, containing museums, boutiques and cafes. I stopped off at Cafe for a hot chocolate, which is unusual because I'm not really a fan of hot drinks and rarely have them, as well as a slice of carrot cake. Both were delightful and it was a great way to take a late morning break. Along the face of Bergen you'll find gift shops, a nightclub and restaurants with an outdoor seating area, making it a cracking place to stop off for a meal or a drink when the sun is shining. Number 5, Bergen Street Art. It's not only natural attractions that provide awe-inspiring views in Bergen, because the city also has a rich street art scene. Bergen is home to many of Norway's most famous street artists, such as AFK, Dolk and TEG, and you'll find murals and tags all across the city, some of which are very impressive. So there you have it, 5 of the very best Bergen attractions to add to your itinerary. Let me know in the comments if there is anything you think I have missed. As always, thank you very much for watching and I will see you next time.